Andy Ruiz Jr. has an upcoming heavyweight bout versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. Very dangerous fight for Andy Ruiz Jr. Even though Luis Ortiz is, I think Ortiz is 41 years old, but you see what he just knocked out Martin, the heavyweight champion, in his last bout, and has only suffered defeats to one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, which is Deontay Wilder. So just the fact that Luis King Kong Ortiz is a southpaw with punching power and a very high IQ boxing level makes him very hard to beat. You've never seen anyone quite attack him. He's always the one on the front foot. But what I wanted to speak about in this video, it seems to me that Andy Ruiz Jr. fought better when he was heavier. When he was heavier, he carried more weight, but he has a higher knockout ratio. Ever since this new recreation of Andy Ruiz Jr., he hasn't carried the punching power over with him. Even though we've seen him when he faced Anthony Joshua, he knocked out Anthony Joshua, but in the second fight came back out of shape, and I guess was very disgusted with himself, so he dedicated himself to getting in shape, coming in much better shape. And so his last bout with Chris Arreola put him down. He seemed lighter and, easier to knock down. So I feel that this is a very, very dangerous fight for Andy Ruiz Jr. But, when will Father Time show up on Luis King Kong Ortiz? He's liable to step in the ring at any point in time and just all of a sudden be old. He showed signs of that in his last bout, even though he was victorious in the knockout over Martin. But I would like to know your thoughts on Andy Ruiz and Luis King Kong Ortiz, and who do you have winning this bout? It's a very intriguing matchup. Don't get me wrong, but I just think all this weight loss isn't good for Andy Ruiz Jr. But we'll see, because Luis King Kong Ortiz is a big man, so he should have wanted to add more weight. But Andy Ruiz knows how he feels in the ring, and he knows, what he wants to do. So, which make this bout even more intriguing. Will he come in faster and be able to hit Luis Ortiz with fast, blinding shots? Everybody knows that Andy Ruiz has fast hands. So leave your comments down below about this fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. and Luis King Kong Ortiz. And this is Boxing Opinions 100, and I'm out. And like I say, I'll see you on the next one, and hit that subscribe button. It's free. All right.